Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling a topic that I know a lot of parents are thinking about, and it's how to prepare our kids for this future, where AI is, well, kind of everywhere you look.
It really is becoming ubiquitous, isn't it?
It is, and it's only going to get, more so as our kids grow up. So we're really lucky today to have some insights to help us break it all down from technologist and futurist Jay Poole and his AI partner, 7AI.
Sounds like a great team.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. So let's jump right in.
All right, let's do it.
So where do we even begin with something like this? Like how to prepare kids for an AI future? Well, Poole suggests an approach that I think makes a lot of sense, and that's introducing AI to kids in a way that makes sense for their age group,
Makes sense. Yeah, you got to meet them where they are.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So for the littlest ones, like those between 3 and 6 years old, he talks about presenting AI as this friendly helper, almost like a character in one of their interactive storybooks.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it helps kids kind of build this positive association with AI right from the get-go.
Yeah, definitely. So instead of being this big, scary, unknown thing, it becomes something familiar and even helpful.
Exactly.
Mm.
So then as they get a bit older, what about for like the 7 to 12-year-olds?
Well, Poole suggests introducing the concept of AI as a thinking machine. But here's the key. It's a thinking machine that actually learns from us.
That's interesting. So it's not just about passively consuming technology at that point. It's about understanding that we have a role in shaping how this AI develops.
Exactly. And he even recommends things like using coding platforms and AI games that are designed for kids.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that way they can actually interact with AI and see how their input influences its learning.
That's a really neat way to make it very hands-on, right?
Totally.
Not just theoretical, they're actually participating.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then, of course, they become teenagers before you know it. And for that 13 to 18-year-old group, Poole suggests diving into some of the bigger questions surrounding AI.
Yeah, the heavy stuff.
Yeah, like how is this going to impact the job market? What are the ethical considerations and even the importance of being aware of potential biases in these AI systems?
All the big important questions that, frankly, adults are grappling with too right now.
Absolutely. And he advocates for encouraging teams to actually experiment with AI creatively. Think AI-generated art, music, even storytelling.
Oh, wow.
It becomes this tool for them to express themselves.
So they're not just thinking about AI from this theoretical standpoint, they're actually using it, creating with it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a crucial point because it helps kids see AI not as this thing that's going to replace human creativity, but as something that can actually enhance it and amplify it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so it's not this, scary thing coming to take our jobs and make us all obsolete. It's like, no, this is something that we can use to be even more creative and expressive.
Right, it's a tool.
It's a tool. Exactly. Now, one thing that I know a lot of parents, myself included, really worry about is this idea of how AI will impact the future job market.
Yeah.
What does Poole have to say about that?
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is a big one. And he acknowledges that a lot of jobs, as we know them today, may be gone in a couple of decades. But instead of focusing on the fear of job displacement, he emphasizes preparing kids with the skills that they'll need to thrive in this AI-driven world. Okay, so let's talk about those skills. What should we be focusing on?
Well, he highlights the importance of adaptability, the ability to learn new things quickly and pivot when needed. That's going to be crucial. And of course, problem-solving skills will be more important than ever.
It makes sense. But, how do we actually teach those skills? It feels so abstract sometimes.
Well, he talks about the importance of fostering collaboration, not competition with AI. And he even mentions this term, prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
Essentially, it's the idea that in the future, knowing how to effectively communicate with and direct AI will be a highly valuable skill.
Okay, so it's almost like learning the language of AI so that you can effectively collaborate with it.
Precisely. And that requires a combination of critical thinking, creativity, and an understanding of how these AI systems work.
Wow, so it's not just about coding anymore. It's about communication, collaboration, and problem solving, all within the context of this new technological landscape.
Exactly. And Poole argues that interdisciplinary knowledge will be crucial as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he envisions future careers blending tech proficiency with fields like healthcare law, even the arts. It's about seeing the connections between seemingly disparate areas.
Well, and we're already seeing that in so many areas, right? Like the lines are blurring between different fields.
Absolutely. And Poole believes that this convergence will only accelerate as AI becomes more sophisticated.
So to recap a bit, We've got this idea of introducing AI to kids in an age-appropriate way, emphasizing those human skills like collaboration and adaptability, and then preparing them for a job market that's honestly going to look drastically different from what we know today.
It is a lot to wrap your head around.
It is, but it's fascinating stuff. And I think what's really interesting is that throughout all of this, Poole really emphasizes balance.
Balance, yeah.
It's not about turning kids into these little tech wizards or fearing AI as this big, scary threat.
Right, like it's not an either-or situation.
Right, exactly. It's about empowering them to use AI as this tool to enhance their human potential.
Yeah, I like that, and I think that's where the real opportunity lies.
I agree. As we're talking about all this, one thing that really stands out to me from Poole's work is this emphasis on fostering a sense of curiosity and critical thinking in kids from a young age. It's about really empowering them to question the information that they're given, especially when it's coming from AI.
Right, because we can't just blindly accept everything that an AI spits out.
Exactly.
We have to teach them to look at AI outputs with a discerning eye.
It's almost like teaching media literacy, but for the AI age.
Yeah, exactly.
We're so used to teaching kids to be critical of what they see online and on TV, but now we need to add AI to that equation.
Yeah.
And along with critical thinking, Poole also stresses the importance of really developing those uniquely human skills. The things that AI can't replicate.
Right.
Like empathy, collaboration, communication. These are the things that allow us to connect with others on this deeper level and build those meaningful relationships.
Yeah, those human connection skills.
Exactly. It makes you wonder if all this focus we've seen on STEM education, needs to be balanced with a greater emphasis on the humanities.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we need to focus more on developing those essential human qualities alongside, the technical skills.
Well, and I think we're already seeing a growing recognition of the value of soft skills in the workplace.
Yeah.
And as AI takes over more of those routine tasks, those human skills, the ability to connect, communicate, and empathize will become even more valuable.
So it's not just about coding. It's about being able to connect with people, understand their perspectives, and work together effectively. Those are the things that are going to set our kids apart in this AI-driven world. And Poole reminds us, too, that, all of this isn't just about preparing kids for the workforce. It's about raising these well-rounded individuals who are capable of just navigating the complexities of life.
Absolutely.
He talks about the importance of setting boundaries around screen time, encouraging kids to engage in activities that foster creativity, social interaction, a connection with the world around them.
Yeah, get them out there.
It's interesting, isn't it? We're talking about how AI is changing everything, but in a way, Poole's advice is pretty timeless.
It is.
It's about raising kids who are curious, adaptable, kind, and engaged with the world around them. Those are values that have always been important, and they will continue to be essential in the future, regardless of how technology evolves.
I agree. It's about finding that balance between embracing the possibilities that technology offers and nurturing those essential human qualities that really make us who we are.
Poole and 7AI mentioned something about parents being able to leverage AI tools to support their kids. I'd love to hear more about that.
I think that's a topic that they'll be exploring more in their next article. But I can imagine AI being used in some really creative ways to personalize learning, provide feedback, even connect kids with mentors and resources from around the world.
It's like AI becomes a learning partner, helping kids discover their passions and reach their full potential.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the idea of collaboration, not competition with AI. It's not about feeling the future, but about embracing the possibilities it holds and using technology to empower our kids to create a better world.
It's amazing to think about all the potential that AI has to support learning and help kids discover their passions. But it also makes you think about the importance of finding that balance.
Absolutely.
Like we want our kids to be comfortable using AI as a tool, but we also want them to be aware of its limitations and, potential pitfalls.
It's like anything else, moderation is key.
Yeah.
And I think that starts with us as parents. Poole talks about the importance of modeling mindful technology, use ourselves.
Oh, that's huge.
If we're constantly glued to our devices, our kids are going to pick up on that.
Oh, for sure. They see everything.
They do.
Yeah. So we have to practice what we preach, right?
Exactly.
Setting those screen time boundaries for ourselves as well as for them.
Yeah, walking the walk.
And making sure that we're engaging in activities that foster those human skills that we've been talking about, creativity, empathy, critical thinking, all those things that AI can't replicate and that really bring us joy and fulfillment?
Maybe it's about rediscovering the simple joys of life.
I love that.
Spending time in nature, having meaningful conversations, creating art, things that nourish our souls and remind us what it means to be human.
I love that. And those activities can be incredibly enriching for kids, too.
Yeah.
It's about exposing them to a wide range of experiences and helping them discover their own passions.
Right.
Whether it's music, sports writing, or something completely different.
Totally.
And who knows, maybe those passions will lead them to careers that we can't even imagine yet.
I know, right?
Careers that blend technology with human ingenuity in ways that benefit society as a whole.
It's an exciting time to be alive, isn't it?
It is.
Full of challenges, yes, but also full of incredible possibilities.
Absolutely. And it's up to us to equip the next generation with the tools and the mindset they need to navigate this ever-evolving world.
And to remind them that even in an age of AI, it's their humanity that makes them truly special. Their empathy, their creativity, their ability to connect with others. These are the things that will make a difference in the world.
What a beautiful thought.
Yeah.
Well, that brings our deep dive into raising kids for an AI-driven world to a close.
It went by fast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from introducing AI in age-appropriate ways to fostering those essential human skills to preparing for a future job market that's still taking shape.
And we've emphasized the importance of balance, finding that sweet spot between technological proficiency and those uniquely human qualities that make us who we are.
So as we wrap up, we want to hear from you.
Yes, definitely.
What resonated with you most from our discussion? What questions do you have about raising kids in an AI-driven world? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to keep this conversation going.
We're all in this together, learning and evolving as we go.
Yeah.
Let's continue the conversation and support each other on this journey.
And remember, if you're looking for more resources to explore this topic further, the Tech Frontiers YouTube channel had some fantastic videos about AI for kids. It's a great way to start the conversation with your own family.
Oh, that's a good tip.
And remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create.
So true.
So let's create a future where AI and humanity thrive together.
To a brighter future.
To a brighter future. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.